Right, go.
Cool, go.
All right, so Bad Beat Baccarat is a game that is similar to Easy Bac. So the player 8 is just like the Panda, and the Banker 7 is just like the Dragon 7. Otherwise, everything plays the same as commission free that you're playing. The Banker 3-card 7 pushes. There's 4 new bets, and they're Bad Beat bets. And a bad beat is any loss by 1. So this bet coincides with this pay table, and that covers all bad beat outcomes. There is any loss by 1, which the hands that would consist of any loss by 1 would be 6 over 5, 5 over 4, 4 over 3, and so on, all the way down to 1 over 0. And those outcomes would pay 1 to 1. Then, if the outcome is any 7 over 6, it would pay 4 to 1. Any 8 over any 7, 6 to 1. A natural 9 over natural 8, 10 to 1. And a 3-card 9 over a 3-card 8 pays 40 to 1. So those outcomes are covered by this wager right here. We also have individual outcomes, which is a 3-card 9 over 3-card 8, which is a specific outcome, and it pays 200 to 1. The other have a natural 9 over a natural 8, pays 50 to 1, and an any 8 over any 7. And when it says any, that means it could be a 2-card 8 over a 2-card 7, or a 3-card 8 over a 3-card 7. And that pays 25 to 1. So if the player had these wagered and the outcome would be 3 over 2, these wagers up above would lose because the outcome wasn't that exact outcome for each specified wager. But a 3 over a 2 does qualify because it's an any loss by 1, so this wager would pay 1 to 1. Another example would be if the outcome would be a natural 9 over a natural 8. This wager would lose, this wager would lose. But since this is the exact outcome of a natural 9 over 8, it would get paid 50 to 1. And since natural 9 over natural 8 is covered in this pay table, this wager would get paid 10 to 1. There can be multiple wagers on if the player would cover all of these, and let's say it's a 3-card bank 7 winner, and the total outcome was 7 over 6. These wagers would lose, but since that's the 3-card 7 winner, that would win. And since the total outcome was any 7 over any 6, that would win 4 to 1. Other than that, the limits, as long as a player comes in and matches the table minimum, they can come back in and bet dollars on the other wagers like that. Maximums are 200 on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bets, and the wager that has a 200 to 1 payoff is capped at 50. So the 3-card 9 over 3-card 8 is a $50 max.
Perfect. And then what about the keypad? How you enter it?
So then the keypad is similar, but you always have to tell the keypad if it's banker, player, or tie. So if it was just banker that won 8 over 2, that's just a regular punch in. Player, same thing. Same thing for the tie. The only thing on on our ties is this keypad doesn't recognize naturals for ties. So a tie is a tie for now. But being similar to Easy Bach right here, these buttons right here, if it was a 3-card Banker 7 winner, you would just punch in those and then hit enter. Same thing for player 8 or a 3-card player 8 winner. Punch that in and hit enter. And then the 4 new wagers are all in one row. So you have one that's the Bad Beat wager that covers all bad beats. Then you have one for 3-card 9 over 3-card 8, a natural 9 over 8, and then the any 8 over any 7. So they're all in the same row. You don't have to worry about the 6, 6, 7, 7 and down. It's just this is the last row besides the new shoe. So undos, if you make a mistake, you can go ahead, undo, and then enter. And I think similar to other keypads, you know, enter is kind of you're telling it to go. So that's I think that's similar to other keypads.
Mike, you have a question?
On these, like if you had this, let's say natural 9 over natural 8.
Yep.
Do you hit, let's say that it was natural 9 here, natural 8 there. You hit player, then the natural 9, 8, enter.
So if the player won and a natural 9 over natural 8, yeah, and then you just boom, boom, boom. Yep. And the other thing about the Bad Beat is the Bad Beat wagers do not care if the player beats the bank or the bank beats the player. Just as long as the event happens, that triggers the win.
Okay.
Cool. And it's Brian Hansen, ACESUP Gaming. Hey, thanks, Mike. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Anything last comments to the team or just want to say?
You all been great.
Yeah.
It's you got a great crew. Thanks a lot.
Awesome.